We're having an unusual traffic stop because the idiot clearly doesn't know to pull further into the intersection, leaving, well, of course, the police has another unit there to block this idiot that doesn't know to pull up a little further. Yeah, they got him on both sides. You can see the cops lighting up both sides. They may have run the plates. They do have license in Austin. They're just now getting their license plate readers back online. They were during the defunding. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to watch the. Actually, he may have turned to look at me. But it's a kind of a ivory bronze colored. Looks like a four-door sedan. Police are conducting themselves properly. Actually, the second unit came up behind the first real quickly. They're even letting traffic out because they can't. But I'm seeing the outline of an officer on the driver's side and one on the passenger side, and they're lighting it up in there. Can't believe the idiot didn't pull in a little further, because that's what you're supposed to do under Texas rules, is stop at the first safe stop to place to stop. I'm sorry. Because that's the rules of the road. Is if a police officer lights you up, you don't have to pull over if there's no shoulder of the road or no safe place to stop. Slow down and pull in at the first safe place. This guy did it, but he should have pulled in a little bit further to show that he knows the rules of the Texas road. Kind of curious to see how this works out, because I've never actually seen them stop anybody this close to a major intersection like this before. Of course, the rush hour is over. I just thought I'd give you a little live video. Well, not live, but a little video of, because in Austin, you wouldn't even see them pull them over. You know, you could be doing 120 miles an hour and reefer smoke and, smoking bolos, and they wouldn't even bother, because the liberal idiots, because, the police kept defending themselves against, like, people throwing 1 pound frozen bottles of water from heights and stuff like that. It's things that could be lethal, or people getting out of control and rioting, and them using, one time, a rubber bullet injured a young man who, I think, just due to his fragile nature, died soon thereafter of some sort of. Well, that's what happens when you're in a mob. It's. Okay, the officer by the driver's side is going back to his vehicle, obviously, to run the driver's license through the system. It's taken a full 4.5 minutes after the stop, 5 minutes after light up. So, and the police officer at the passenger's window is keeping his lights down and was leaning in to get a good smell, and leaning his face in close to the. Can't tell if there's a passenger in the passenger side, but leaning in to chat at either the passenger or driver. Actually, he may have been getting in close to smell their breaths, because unlike in Austin, where the head of the office for the state of Texas, public integrity, that means all officials, including cops and stuff like that, and she was not only the head of that office, this is Rosemary Lehmberg, who was a lifelong blackout, but still functional, alcoholic. Was caught bouncing off of what they call Jersey walls, those concrete barriers, and skimming off of cars and stuff after she was working on what was, and witnesses would later testify, her second quart of vodka that day. It was open and partially drunk, was in the car, in the vehicle. And Rosemary Lehmberg, despite my cousin Rick Perry's demand that she resign, yes, the governor of the longest running governor of Texas was and is my cousin Rick, pretty boy, pretty hair, Perry, demanded that she resign. Long story, I'm trying to entertain you while I'm watching the police, because I got a feeling this car is going to be given a good going over, and or some other stuff. But so since, the office is in the town that he controls, it's in the capital, the governor and the state legislature has a lot of control over the town of Austin, city of Austin, named after my great-granduncle. So oh gosh, she was awful in jail. She was, call Greg, meaning call her buddy, the sheriff, the then sheriff of Travis County. They actually had to put her in what we call the star chair. That's 5 points of restraints and a spit mask, because she was spitting all over everybody. And Rosemary Lehmberg. And when she refused to step down, since clearly she had violated the code of behavior for public servants, my cousin Rick Perry only had one option, and that was to defund the Office of Public Integrity. And you know what? Eventually, the Democrats indicted, because you can indict a ham sandwich, you can indict a rock for, indicted my cousin Rick Perry for abuse of power. And of course, he was kind of just laughing on his ass the whole time. Yeah, sure, lady. And when it all came down to it, he had to put up with it for a long time. And when it came down to it, the jury ruled that no, it was not, it could not possibly be abuse of power, which is that's covers many types of offenses and stuff. But oh man, it's funny that the ones that always call in for blood are the liberals. And there she was a complete homicidal danger to the public, and she was absolutely, as assistant district attorney for Travis County, was absolutely refusing to accept punishment. She still got off light. She got something like 6 months of probation on the condition that she go into rehab automatically and stuff like that. She got off extremely light in a state that treats drunk driving very seriously. Your second drunk driving is a felony. She may have already had one before that, but they take it very, very seriously. And you don't get off cheap in this state for driving under the influence, actually driving while intoxicated, DWI. So at almost 10 minutes, that's longer than the average traffic stop in Austin. I may just pause the video here and see what the conclusion is. You see if I can hit pause. And if the person's driver's license and license plates had come back with no 29s is the term, no wants or warrants, that person would already be free. Wouldn't have probably even been stopped in Austin. I'm going to pause right here.